you're not really leaping around, Candace Bailey. Yay! What are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing? Baby just learned how to climb downstairs. We're so excited. So excited. What happened to you?
I went to Barry's boot camp and worked my butt and legs, and now I can barely move.
This was the intended result?
day.
This is what you were going for? This is what you wanted?
Because then it's going to get tighter.
You're welcome, viewing audience. All right. All right.
Zooming in, I might as well shake it.
Yeah, no, if you got it, why not? Welcome to Attack of the Show. We're TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you. Hello.
I'm Candace Bailey.
Yes, you are.
We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
On the program today, Zoe Saldana from Colombiana. You're going to show up to kick some ass. I actually don't mind if it's mine. She's more than welcome to. And Chris Hardwick returns for Gadgetron. We load him back to play with Samsung's new feature-packed plasma TV, which has like 3D and everything. It's crazy.
Then Sarah Underwood gets her cosplay on to check out the cool stuff at Anime Expo. You're looking at her and not listening to a word I'm saying, aren't you?
Huh?
Plus, the Blairs, Butler, and Herder are joined by Eddie Bravo for MMA Chokehold.
Yeah.
Who will high kick the hardest at UFC Rio this weekend? We'll find out.
Your heel barely left the ground on
I know, that's how sad it is.
You're 80.
Oh,
Mary's boot. Oh, my heel.
hey, I want you to go and then see how you feel the next day. Movies are marathons. Viral videos are sprints.
That was incredibly AT-Zen.
Energy.
What energy?
It makes me very happy.
Thank you.
Ladies, you should always be wary of men that chat you up while they're driving by.
Case in point.
Hey, excuse me, ma'am. Do you smoke?
What?
Do you smoke?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right, well, just stand by.
Oh my God! That was so mean.
Well, think about it this way, Candace. That's not the worst thing they could have sprayed in your face. I mean,
what are you talking about, Kevin?
a lot of times they
What
never
could
even
have
bring
sprayed in
those
their face?
ladies to the destination. It's really... I like this. It skips all the foreplay of getting them into the bus. You know, now it's just like... burning rubber. The burn bros, you know? Face full of rubber. At least they're using them.
In at number 4 today.
Have you ever gotten into a stranger's van?
No.
Okay.
Stranger danger. In at number 4 today.
You would be the least hottest Bang Bros video ever.
Well, good.
Hey, what's up, ladies? Stranger danger. Yeah. That's not how we
If
thought that would
somebody
end.
asked me to come into their van, no thank you.
What if it was a really sweet-looking van?
Well, first off, I don't want to be in a porn.
Whoa, who said it?
I'm just saying.
You took this to a place I was not ready to go.
You always do that to
I was
me.
talking about, I have a transportation fetish. I don't even watch the porn. It's just about getting to a destination.
In at number 4 today, terrifying footage of a
I
new
love
eel
Cash Cab, by the way.
repellent.
That thing is... I don't even care. I don't care if they get a single question right. Oh, we're driving somewhere? All right. So what's at number 4?
I'm trying to tell them, and you keep interrupting me, Kevin.
What's that for?
In at number 4 today, terrifying footage of a new eel repellent. That's right! A chemical eel repellent created to combat sea lamprey infestations in the Great Lakes.
Well, if you think lampreys are active in the wild, wait, who has actually thought about a lamprey? Who has actually spent an idle minute of their day thinking about sea eels?
I think about
Anybody?
lampreys all the time.
Okay, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Wait till you see these lampreys in captivity.
Ooh.
Yeah.
those lampreys.
I don't like it at all. On the surface, that looked scary, but under the sea, it's a whole different story. Actually, it does. That reminds me of my last pool party.
I don't want to know what you threw in the pool.
Leeches, actually. They're leeches.
Oh.
It's an old Portuguese tradition. We're very proud of it.
Leeches?
Dad didn't like
weird.
it when we used the pool, so...
He threw leeches in there?
Yes, he did. I wouldn't put it past him, actually. He probably would do something like that. I did date a girl once, true story, who her brothers put like strawberry stickers on the deep end of the pool and told her it was scratch and sniff. Which I think it is like a blonde joke, but she was brunette, and she actually fell for it twice. Twice. I picked the smart ones. Oh, your OkCupid profile looks intelligent. Yeah, I'm going to email you. But are you bisexual in the brain? Look, we all know that for various reasons, the country's kind of in the crapper right now, right?
But polls tell us that even though his job approval ratings are low, President Obama's personal approval ratings remain high.
And it's because of stuff like this.
Walking in here, this is where we're about to go. The president, again, expecting to talk about small businesses and how he's going to help them in this hurting economy. What he's going to do.
Okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
I think the VO dude is totally missing the play-by-play there, talking about the economy, but that was pretty cool. But you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, let's do it. Why'd you stop? Let's do this again.
All right, come on. Come on. Focus up, focus up. Boom. And back and forth. A little chewy. What's up? That's it. That's it. That's it. I think we just proved that the old Prez is still way cooler than us, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
It was way smoother
I thought
than
we were cool.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh.
Yeah. Therein lies the issue.
And at number 2 today, another weird Japanese commercial.
So as far as we can tell, this is a milk ad made by someone who's seen The Grudge way too many times.
綺麗になりたい。牛乳ない。
じゃあ買いに行こう。山田さんどちらへ？ちょっと買い物へ。
牛乳に相談だと思ったら冷蔵庫にないから買いに行こう。
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. That ad does not make me want to drink milk.
No. I have a movie like that at home, though. Instead of the clothes, though, the ladies are wearing tentacles, but it's essentially essentially the same video. They flail like the eels in that repellent video.
They do.
It's pretty hot. Get in the van. Still ahead. East Coast earthquake.
Am I scaring you? See the devastation of today's number 1 ATS.
Yes, you are, but the body movement has nothing to do with it. Now, if you live on the eastern seaboard, or if you know how to use Twitter, then you might be aware that on Tuesday, a 5.9 earthquake shook up Virginia and its neighboring states, or as we call it in California, a sneeze.
I'd be scared if I was on the East Coast. This was the biggest earthquake the region has experienced since 1896, and so the reactions some people had were a bit extreme.
Okay. This video has been making the rounds, and as of this afternoon, it had over 100,000 views on YouTube.
It's crazy.
Which is kind of impressive.
But I'm afraid we're going to have to call
Shenanigans!
Shenanigans!
Sorry. We all want to believe that this is actual earthquake footage from Virginia, but our patent-pending shenaniganometer started going off as soon as we fired up this video.
Now, there are several very clear points of shenaniganery in this piece. First, and this one is easily overlooked, but the so-called security camera footage can be viewed in 720p.
What?
Now, how often does security footage really get uploaded in 720p? Very, very rarely.
That's true, Candace Bailey. Now let's go to the video itself, and this is where it gets really troubling. At first, it looks like the shelves are violently shaking in the entire place, but upon closer inspection, you can see the top of the shelf line right about there-ish. It's these guys right here that seem to be doing the majority of the shaking. The rest is pretty much just camera shake happening in the rest of the room.
Yeah. Now, if you look even closer, you can spot two people hiding in the shot.
Let me highlight them for you, Candace. There's one guy right down here.
One behind the shaking shelf,
yeah, and then there's
one
another
behind the
guy
desk.
right behind there. It's you can see the tip of his shirt right there-ish. But here, let me show again. The shelves are shaking here. There's a guy there and a guy there. Now, what's even more troubling is the back and forth shake pattern that I happen to notice right in the middle.
Oh,
Do you see?
Yeah. Just right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you can actually see the guy behind the shelf shaking him. You can see him right down there and right around there. It's really, really troubling. Now, let's take a look at the screaming woman herself, shall we? Not only does she appear to be smiling while she's screaming, but if you watch her in the beginning of the video, you can see her taking a cue from somebody else, someone off camera, and her legs don't actually brace until she starts shaking. Right?
Yeah.
Shenanigans. If I were there, I'd be just supporting her. Very carefully. I would hold her in place.
Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame you weren't there for her, Kevin.
Just to make sure she doesn't spill over and have an accident. But look at the smile. Everybody's loving this quake, huh? We're all dancing around.
It is our opinion as professional shenaniganologists that this video is indeed shenanigans.
Brand it!
Shenanigans.
When ordinary people dress up as Lum the Invader Girl, they're just wearing a tiger print bikini.
Yes, but when Sarah Underwood does it for Anime Expo, she also has special powers.
When it comes to cosplay, nothing beats vintage, and to prove it, I'm taking on anyone who says otherwise. At the Anime Expo as Loom, the intergalactic hottie from Urusei Yatsura. Bring it. Anime Expo is one of the largest cosplay events in the entire U.S. With 200 exhibitors, 400 artists, and over 120,000 people in just 4 days. That is a lot of ass to kick. It's gonna be exhausting. Tired already. You can't come to the Anime Expo without checking out some robots. I personally like the old school stuff. And here at Power Morphicon, they got everything. You like that? Yeah? Does that do it for you?
That actually doesn't do anything.
Wow, this is hot.
She is the VT1 Super Ostrich.
So this is a Robotech original?
This is the greatest Veritech ever made. It had about 2 minutes of screen time in the series. They flew it once, but they made a toy of it. Only in Japan, and it never saw a street here in the States.
How much does something like this cost?
About $2,000.
$2,000? Have you ever taken it out?
Oh, no.
Why?
No.
Why?
No.
Okay, sorry. So what's this guy?
This is the Shogun Stormtrooper, and it's basically a Shogun warrior, but a Stormtrooper in that scale of toys. They're 24 inches long. They've got little wheels to roll around. It's got a gun.
It's cool. Does he do anything else?
Shoots the fist.
Oh, Scott! Oh, little
Sorry.
warning.
Ooh.
Really? Dressing up is a huge part of cosplay, and in Japan, this is all the rage right now.
This thing we call kigurumi in Japan. It's considered as like character suit.
So what different type of costumes do you have?
You're a kangaroo.
Yes,
okay?
I am.
I'm a panda. Okay. We also get a tiger. And my favorite, a flying squirrel.
How much do these things cost?
They're around $60.
Mustaches, mustaches! Get your mustaches, $10. We've got brown ones, we've got black ones. Indeed.
Oh, you can rub my own mustache. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, nice. Check out these really cool anime pillows that they have here. They're really big in Japan. They're only $40 a piece, and they're cute and cuddly, and you can sleep with them. Okay, thank you. Well, Anime Expo 2011 is over. Cosplay was a successful event this year, at least for me. Ooh, I like this one. Oh no, here we go again.
Remind me to wash my pillows. And now our resident gadget man is back to take on a Samsung 3D Plasma.
Finding a 3D TV on a budget just got easier with Samsung's D490 3D Plasma. Do not let the 43-inch size and slim 2.2-inch profile fool you. This feature-packed 3D TV includes SRS Theater sound and 3 HDMI inputs for all your devices. USB Connect Share can handle any music or videos you throw at it. Plus, 600Hz subfield motion means action scenes look hyper-realistic. Make the leap to 3D for just $550.
Please welcome back Chris Hardwick.
Hello. Wow. That Sarah Underwood video. Why do we keep hiring these ugly girls to work on the channel? It was like, I couldn't get it done more than like 5 times watching that video. More than 5. She's physically perfect.
She is.
Is that why you're wearing eye protection?
Yeah, I'm wearing eye protection. I'm wearing eye protection. My Sarah Underwood glasses to protect me. Can I also just say this is my first Gadget Prom with Matt Myra, who is now your Gadget producer. Little Matt Myra getting a grown-up's job. All right, let's talk about this television set. Here we go.
All right, the Samsung D490 3D Plasma. It has a 43-inch screen. It's only 2.2 inches deep and has a reduced bevel, giving you more screen real estate. But what are your thoughts on the design here?
My thoughts, I wouldn't keep these on all the time, by the way. They're not great for your eyes,
Really?
unfortunately. Yeah. I like the design. I think
thought
it's...
I looked really pretty in them, though.
You look so pretty in your 3D glasses. Does she have a problem? Is she sick? Like they look like look like you had eye surgery or something. I think the design is nice. It's simple. There's not a whole lot of blinking crap on it. They didn't do. It's just a really simple, clean design. There's only 3 HDMI inputs. Only 1 is on the side. We wish there were more on the side.
Yeah,
There's also
that
2
makes it a lot
component and
easier.
PC inputs on the back.
All right, the TV also has built-in bottom speakers and its SRS Theater sound feature. So how does it sound?
It sounds surprisingly great, actually. The sounds are crisp and the highs sound really good. There's no distortion when you crank up the volume. The SRS Theater surround sound feature does work. It's great for a TV. It's great for like a small room.
So we don't need extra speakers?
No. Well, I mean, it's always nice to have extra speakers that you can sort of line around your room.
Okay.
But if you don't have that or you can't afford it,
it's okay.
The sound's pretty good.
All right, there's also a USB Connect Share feature to view your media. Will anyone ever use this?
I have something like that on my TV at home.
You use it all the time?
Well, no, because I don't have any friends or family. So I don't have people, like if you have a family, I could see like, oh, let's look at our vacation to the Ball of Twine or America's...
Is that how you talk if you have a family?
Yeah, exactly. You're all stupid. Like you would talk down to them all the time. It is convenient that it is on the side. So you might use it. I don't, but you might. You can play music, view images, and watch video files in case you forgot how USBs work.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Now, in 2D terms, the Samsung TV displays in 720p, but how does it look?
Okay, the colors are bright and vivid, but if you're up close, it's super, super, super grainy because, again, it's in 720. It is a plasma TV, so the blacks are really deep, but the display is glossy, and the 600Hz subfield motions kind of smooths out all the action scenes.
Now, are people still buying plasmas?
Yeah, some people like them because they have, like the blacks are really deep, and in the old, it wasn't even really that long ago that plasmas were like $20,000. It feels like maybe like I don't remember how many years ago, but now LCD
LCDs really kind of took over, and it's just the main difference is in the way that they process the images. Plasma has neon and xenon gas, and they shoot out photons of light when they get excited by electricity, and LCDs have polarizing glass that excite liquid crystals, but they're backlit. So LCDs are a little more energy efficient, but plasmas now, are doing a nice job. Yeah, they're doing a lot better.
Okay, but the real reason you're buying this TV is for its 3D capabilities. So how's the experience?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you're far back, you're not going to watch TV like this
that hurts my eyes.
ever. At first, you have to get the active 3D glasses, which we're wearing now. You do have to charge these, so not only do you have to get these glasses separate, that's one extra step, but then they also have to be charged.
Do we know how long they last?
I don't know. Do we know how long these last? Anywhere from 0 to 1,000 hours. I don't know. How about that? 3D images look. 3D images look. But the point is that they do have a battery life on them. They're at least 4 hours. Someone's telling me in my ear. 3D images, probably Jesus. 3D images look sharp and there's no ghosting. Prolonged viewing is going to give you a headache, though. These are a little bit lighter. They don't clamp onto your head as much. But again, like having these on all the time, it's just the 3D glasses thing just pisses me off. It's like so you can't have a lot of people over to watch 3D movies. You can't watch 2D on this.
$50 for these things.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just like an extra thing that they can charge you for. However, Best Buy does have a promotion. You get 2 free pairs of glasses with the purchase of a 3D TV. That's $100 value. So I mean, that's
2 people can watch.
So at least 2 people can watch. I don't even know if I'd have an extra person to come over and watch them. So I could swap off glasses and be like, "How do you like this movie, Chris? Oh, I love dragons, Chris. Me too. More moon pies? Yes, Chris. Let's cry together." So it'd be a lot of that. But I do like the sort of the Max Headroom-esque. Do you know who that is? Ask your parents. Ask your parents.
This TV is available for $550 at Best Buy, and that's including the 3D glasses.
What?
2 pairs of 3D glasses.
Yes.
So what are we giving it?
Candace, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Nice.
Bright colors and sharp 3D images. Remember, it's plasma and displays at 720p. The sound is great for this TV size. But honestly, I will say, if it were any more expensive, I probably would have rated it a 3. But for this whole package deal, I think it's good if you're on a bit of a budget. So if you're looking for a 3D TV, you can't beat the price of the deal with the glasses.
All right, that's it for today's Gadgetpron. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetpron@g4tv.com. Thank you, Chris.
Yippee!
Now let's go over to Kevin.
Thank both of you.
Hi.
Yippee! Still ahead, Eddie Bravo sits down for some real talk about this week's UFC Rio matchup. Is that a photobomb? And Zoe Saldana will be here to talk about kicking ass in Colombiana. Friend.
I was going to poke you in 3D.
Zombie and puppy cuddle fest.
Apple is about to refresh their CEO. It's the Loop. Joining me now from Los Angeles to help us make sense of it all, tech reporter for KTLA, Rich DeMuro is here. Hello, Rich.
Hey there, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. All right, let's hop right into it. Is anybody not shocked by this announcement, Rich?
It seems like everyone's shocked, even though everyone knew this was coming. Steve Jobs has taken medical leaves before. He's actually resigned from the company once before, but it did come as a shock to a lot of people that this is it, even though we knew this was going to happen sometime.
Rich, do you think this is this related to his condition right now? Is there any sign that it's deteriorating?
It seems that way. I mean, Steve Jobs didn't specifically say in his letter of resignation that, here's what I'm dealing with. But he said, look, if it came a time when I can't manage this company day to day, I'm going to tell you, and now I'm telling you. We don't need to really read between the lines to figure out exactly what he's talking about. His health is not so great right now, and he really wants to concentrate on number one, which is his own body right now.
Sure. And if there was any CEO that was going to hang in there till the very last minute, until he couldn't possibly do it anymore, it's going to be Steve. And he still wants to be involved. His resignation letter said that he wants to basically remain on the board, correct?
Yeah, so now he's chairman of the board, which means they're still going to consult him on a lot of stuff. They're still going to ask him questions. He's still going to have an involvement with the company. It's just not going to be that day-to-day that's pretty taxing, I guess, on him, or so he thought. But he's still going to have a little bit of a hand in things, it seems like.
And so Tim Cook is the new guy that we get to scream at when our iPhone 5 drops calls now, right? He's the guy that we're going to hate.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim Cook, more of an operations and sales guy. So I think everyone's scared at this point for what's next for Apple. I mean, is this guy really really going to go into these meetings and scream at people and say, no, I want this phone shinier. I want these edges curvier. No, I don't think so. He's going to
Take
say,
his head off. That's going to be the new mantra there.
Exactly.
I mean, but Tim's not going to radically change anything, right? I mean, even he in his sort of, hey, I'm the new boss letter was very, I love Apple. I love what Steve is trying to do. We have to imagine that Steve probably laid out some sort of a roadmap.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of the products that are going to come out in the next year are already going to come out the way they were, which is the iPhone 5, the iPad 3, and also anything else they have in the pipeline. So those are going to stay the same. Tim Cook is like, look, reassuring everybody, everything's going to be just fine. Everything's going to stay the same because, you know, at some point it is, but there are going to be some changes.
Right, but Rich, the real barometer, as we all know, is Wall Street, huh? And I heard Apple's stock price dropped down to only $27,000 a share.
I know. Can you believe it?
Yesterday, it wasn't a massive dip, right? Some people were screaming that the sky was going to fall, sell, sell, sell. That did not happen.
That did not happen today. I think that, you know, that's something that people talk about happening, but it's not really going to happen. They still have 2 huge product launches. You don't even have the iPhone on all of the carriers yet. So, I mean, there's still a huge market for the iPhone 5 to expand there. You still have iPad 3 coming out, so I think you have a lot of people that are going to buy that. There's still a lot of money to be made by this company. I think investors know that. If people wanted to get out, they probably got out when they first heard wind of, you know, Steve Jobs might be leaving at one point.
Right, and then cried as the arrow continued to climb up and up the chart. What does Apple do next? Do they just get the iPhone 5 out there and that's that?
Absolutely. I have a feeling that we're going to have in our inboxes tomorrow morning the invitation to the special event up in Cupertino for the next something or other, which is probably the iPhone 5. So if they were smart, they'd take all of the attention off Steve Jobs right now and they'd get right into that iPhone 5.
I hope Tim gets to keep the turtleneck and jeans because that was an easy costume for us to parody around here. But Rich DeMuro from KTLA, always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for coming on and clearing us up, keeping us in the loop. But now we're going to go over to Candace.
Silva and Okami might sound like specialty sushi rolls, but they're actually the 2 guys facing off at UFC Rio.
Like the world's most badass truck commercial right there. So sweet. Please, everybody, welcome the legendary Eddie Bravo to the show. And the equally legendary Blair Butler. Thank you guys for being here. Let's get right into it. First up, the battle of the big boys, Brendan Schaub versus Minotauro Nogueira. Now, both are very evenly matched in weight and height, although Schaub has got the big reach advantage there. Schaub's a Golden Glove boxer and will want to keep striking, but Nogueira is obviously known for his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, Nogueira has years of experience, but in those years comes some age, and he's getting a little bit older. Schaub's obviously youthful, and he has got speed on his side. Now, Butler, Schaub is coming off that really big win against Cro Cop. As a matter of fact, I think fight of the night in UFC.
Knockout of the night.
Knockout of the night at UFC 128. What should his strategy be down in Rio?
Well, look, obviously his strength is his stand-up. He's got great boxing. 3 of his last 4 UFC fights have ended with a KO or a TKO. So, again, he needs to keep it on his feet. Obviously, Big Nog is amazing on the ground, but he's shown some problems with stand-up lately against Frank Mir and Cain Velasquez. So Schaub needs, again, stand up, use those fists, use that reach, and I actually think it's to his advantage that he's in Brazil because it's almost like the pressure's off. Like, he's the guy that nobody wants to win there. I think that might be a good thing for him.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because Eddie, I was going to ask you, obviously, and again with Cain Velasquez, you know, his last fight, Nogueira actually lost to Cain, but he is now fighting in his home soil. So is it going to be the exact opposite for him? Is this going to work in his advantage?
It's getting pretty close for him, you know, the time for him to retire. I think. You know, his chin's a little suspect now, and he's just getting older. And Brendan Schaub is a young lion. He's hungry. He's going to be very hard to take down. Right. I mean, Nogueira's boxing is pretty good, but Schaub is just, I think, too explosive for him. Too young, too fast. I don't think Nogueira could get Schaub to the ground. Maybe if he pulls guard and throws up a triangle, maybe, but I'm going to go with Schaub on this one.
You're going to go with Schaub on this, all right. I'm not going to disagree with you because you know so much about mixed martial arts. And Butler, what do you think?
I'm going to agree with Eddie. I love Big Nog, but I think Schaub takes it.
Schaub takes it. That's reasonable. All right, next up, fight of the night. Everybody's been talking about this, the middleweight championship bout, Silva versus Okami. Both are very evenly matched again in height and weight, but Silva, again, has the massive reach advantage, and his feet are so deadly, you guys. They kicked him in the face with the Seagal move. It's amazing. Silva, obviously a phenomenal striker, and he's going to stay on his feet. Okami is going to focus on wrestling and his ground and pound game. Silva hasn't lost a fight in 5 years, but he lost to Okami when he last loss. So, Eddie, the last time these guys fought, Silva did lose, but it was due to a disqualifying kick, so that's kind of a weird loss to begin with. How does this rematch kind of turn out for the defending champion?
It's hard to bet against Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
He's just too good on his feet. He's just too fast. Okami can take him down, and he's taken him down before. I don't think he could finish Anderson. I think Anderson's ground just keeps getting better and better, and you got to put all your money on Anderson Silva. That striking is just too insane.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And Butler, on that note, now Okami is known as a well-balanced fighter, but Silva is considered to be the most balanced fighter ever in the history of balanced fighters. So how does he steal the belt from Silva?
Before Vitor Belfort, a guy named Chael Sonnen fought Anderson Silva and gave the world the blueprint, if you will, to beat Anderson Silva, which is take him down, ground and pound him. You're probably not going to submit him. You're not going to knock him out, but you can maybe grind out a decision. Here's the catch. If Okami does that, and he's got the wrestling to be able to do that, he has to fight a perfect fight.
Yeah.
He can't make one mistake because Anderson Silva will capitalize on it. And it's very rare to go 5 rounds without making a single mistake. Anderson Silva is so talented, and I think he's in Brazil and he's really amped up to finish the fight. I would be slightly scared if I were Yushin Okami.
Okay. So, I have to ask, but I think I know the answer. Who do you have?
You never know in MMA, but I think I've got Anderson Silva for this.
I think the same. Yeah. And again, Eddie, you've kind of already alluded to it, but who do you have in this fight?
Anderson Silva.
It's not often that we have both guests agreeing. This is a pleasant day for me.
It's a fluke.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but I happen to agree with both of you guys. Eddie, before we go, how can the fans at home find you?
On my forum, the Nibiru forum, on 10thplanetjj.com, or on Twitter at Eddie Bravo.
Sounds good. Well, thank you guys both for being here. Round of applause for these lovely guests right here. You guys can watch UFC Rio on pay-per-view this Saturday.
All right, stay tuned. Zoe Saldana from Colombiana. Next. She has a bad mother.
Shut your mouth!
Let's talk about Zoe. This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by the General Automobile Insurance Services. For the best car insurance rates online, go to the General and save some time.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. 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 You lose.
Earlier, Avatar actress Zoe Saldana stopped by to talk about her new movie, and I stared at her inappropriately for a long time because she is insanely pretty.
This time, she plays an assassin instead of a giant blue alien.
She's really pretty.
You've been waiting for this moment for a very long time, right?
Yes.
Please welcome Zoe Saldana. Holy hell! How are you? I felt like Arnold in the Total Recall chair watching that. Like I was like twitching. You were just watching that. Yeah, I kicked his ass. Isn't that right? Choke him out.
I'm
intense.
literally watching it like.
Yeah.
Because you can't believe that you did something like that, but it goes to show that all the training and all the work and all the sweat and the hardship that you invest in learning something, once it pays off, you feel so good because you're also making your director proud, your producer proud, like Luc Besson. But it's the stunt world too. All the stunt coordinators. The fact that I got their respect makes me feel so like a dude.
Plus, in the end, you have an hour and a half or change of you looking like an absolute badass on the screen.
Yeah.
So that's a nice perk as well. I will break a sweat watching a P90X infomercial.
Oh my God!
And yet, like, I can't imagine. What was the training like for this?
It was, you know, it was different from Avatar and The Losers, and it was it keeps getting more and more complicated.
Was it different from Center Stage as well?
And Drumline, trust me. They all present their different challenges.
I'm sure.
But for this one, I really needed to educate myself on guns and train and build muscle in order for me to carry the weight of what these guns, how heavy they can be. The fighting was very different from The Losers or Avatar, where in Avatar it was more animal, it was more organic, and the weapons were natural weapons.
Shooting bows and using your hair braid.
And stones as carving stones as knives. For The Losers, there were guns and stuff, but it wasn't as intricate as Colombiana was. So, and the fighting was very tactical. It was a mixture of like martial arts with like Krav Maga, and my brain was just like, quoi? Because I was training in Paris with like this amazing stunt choreographer.
And stuff, yeah.
Well, his name is Alan Figlas, and he trained Matt Damon for The Bourne Identity. So I already knew that I needed to come prepared with my game. And because I was a girl, you couldn't be the first one to shy away. I go, I need a coffee break. I took
you let Matt Damon do that.
Yeah,
Matt Damon is the guy who needs another latte. And
I
need to take a break. Get my Segway. And he just leans all the way to eat a cheese sandwich.
Let the stunt do it.
Yeah, he would snap me in half. I shouldn't be saying that. And when I imagine such grueling training makes you that character to an extent, not just on camera, but even off camera. Like if you're at a bar and the purse is getting snatched or someone rubs you the wrong way.
It has happened, actually. Like where you just...
Have you murdered somebody?
No. Oh my God, no. And I haven't kicked anybody's ass like in my real life, and I really hope I don't have to. But if I do, I
hope there's a high def camera there when you do. That's all I hope.
Or somebody's like capturing it, like to put it up.
Yeah.
No, I just when you train and you're preparing for a part, you spend so much time in this person's like shoes and breathing and thinking how they think. And I remember like a month after I wrapped the movie, I went to a bar with some friends, and before I even sat down, I knew not to give my back to the exit. I knew to know who exactly was there, who was really drunk, who looked kind of funny, know where all my exits were. And there was like a little thing that broke out like not so far from us, and I thought, I'm like, in a perfect world I would just go, excuse me, civilians, what is going on? But I immediately just like, I grabbed my purse and I told my gang, I'm like, there's the exit. We're 5 steps away from like, being saved in case something were to happen. So just be alert. And they were like, what are you doing? Let's just have a beer. I'm like, people, alert. There's a fight.
Hold on. I'm about to leap onto this table and crescent kick a dude in the face. So you watch out.
Hit him in the kidney.
And I was told it was a 12-year-old fan that just wanted an autograph.
I know, poor fella.
Well, he should know better. At this point, you're coming out of training. This is pretty.
Bar? Who's you're 12 years old.
Well, now here I have a, it's great parenting. You have a theory, which I am here to debunk just by being me, that women are better shots than men.
No, not that I have a theory. When I was training for Avatar,
are you stepping away from? Because I heard you shouting in the hallway.
No, I'm solidifying the credibility of this comment.
Okay, please.
While I was training, I would go to Pasadena and train with these Olympic archers, and it was my instructor that told me that women actually have better aim than men.
Then he slipped you his business card. There's my email. I mean, come on.
But the proof was in the pudding. Like it was a whole bunch of girls, and we were all like boom, 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 and everybody was hitting it straight on. And then there were some guys that were just like missing just by the outer circle, and you're like, come on, dude.
Well, those were mortal men. They weren't cable television show hosts. So I would like to propose to you that we will go to a toy store in the very near future, get some of those suction cup arrows, and we will have a showdown.
I suggested that actually. That had I known, next time just have me come in and we'll just create like a little spot, put a bullseye there. But we'll bet some money or video games. I don't know.
Money or video games? That's our lifeblood. I also have a graphing calculator. I'm willing to put it on the line for you. It's going to be nerdy and awesome. Zoe, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Please come back sometimes. We will absolutely. You have to say the title for me because you make it sound sexy. So, thanks to Zoe.
Go watch Colombiana. It's going to be at theaters August 26th.
It's in theaters this Friday. Goodbye, everybody. That's so awesome. Thank you.
Agreed, Kevin. She's beautiful.
Colombiana.
Beautiful. Still ahead. It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
How does she say it like that? Colombiana. So sexy when she does it. It's just Colombiana.
We'll crown our art contest winner after the break.
Try it.
Colombiana.
Colombiana.
Colombiana. You have to squint your eyes like
The blow air through your lips.
Colombiana. If you're like us, then you probably hate sitting on hold for customer service. With the Fast Customer app, get a real live human on the phone without ever waiting in a queue again. After entering your phone number and going through a quick verification, you're ready to go. Select who you want to call from a list of over 2,500 companies, ranging from Activision to Zappos. The app will then check to see if they're open for business. If so, simply click Have Someone Call Me and voila, you're all set. When someone is ready to talk to you, the app will immediately connect you to the rep on the other line. If you can't find a company on the list, suggest them through the Request a Company feature and they'll be added to the ever-expanding database. Available on both Android and iPhones, download Fast Customer for free today.
And now, a hot chick celebrates her birthday.
Happy birthday to me!
Coming up on Attack of the Show. Actress Sarah Paxton will be here live to tell us about maybe not surviving Shark Night 3D. Then Chris Hardwick drops by to rate Olympus's new digital camera. MMA referee Big John McCarthy swings by to talk about his new book. Plus, FPS Russia blows up fruit and takes down a zombie. And it's an all-girl day on Monday with Candace and Sarah hosting. See it starting Monday. I'm so sure. Now it's time for the moment all 12 of you have been waiting for. We are crowning a winner in the latest Attack of the Art Show! Good.
Third runner-up? Oh, second runner-up.
Second runner-up. This is Epic Beardman's Punch-Out from Blake of Somerville, West Virginia. This was one of the first entries we received, and it set the bar pretty high.
Very high.
Don't worry, most of you did not go over it. But it's a really good entry. I love this one.
It's great.
I kind of want to steal it, actually.
First runner-up, I Like Turtles from Brooklyn, New York.
This one's great. I love the colors. I love that it's actually painted on, and it's a great meme to choose. This one's great.
It's amazing.
All right, finally, no drum roll. Screw it.
The winner is...
Trumpet Fanfare. Memes of the internet from Brian in Menifee, California.
This is awesome.
This is everything you want. I mean, he got my physique, nailed my hooves. You got Sad Keanu, a chipmunk, Tron guy. It's so good. Hey.
Thanks to Zoe Saldana, Chris Hardwick, Sarah Underwood.